But now, 5 years ago, we were introduced to Aquaman and the underwater kingdom of Atlantis, which made waves as the highest-grossing DC action movie of all time.
It also catapulted Jason Momoa to international stardom. And now he's back with a much-anticipated sequel. Before we talk to him, let's dive into the action.
4 years ago, I was basically unemployed. But now, I'm a husband and a father. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh yeah, I finally got a job. I'm the king of Atlantis. 500 million people from every known species in the sea call this place home.
I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear.
And appearing all the way from Atlantis is the one and only Jason Momoa.
It's impressive.
There you go.
Come and sit down, Jason.
It's freezing in here.
It is freezing.
Oh, gosh.
People will be slightly confused because, of course, you'd expect underwater, but we've got an ice cave. But we haven't lost the plot. There's a lot of ice, isn't there?
You expected it. I mean, he's got the hat.
Yeah,
You're ready
you
to
came.
I was prepared for this.
So go on.
Just
Lots
stay
of
warm.
ice in the new film?
There is. We're in Antarctica. Without giving away too much, but we wanted to, the general theme was to, well, there's many themes, but melting the ice caps. What's going to happen to our world?
Oh, gosh.
I know. Well, we're kind of going that way, aren't we?
Yes. Yes.
So anyways,
we
we wanted to have that in there, but at the same time, there's definitely a magical aspect to the whole thing. So I don't want to give that massive plot away, but yes, we're going to be in a lot of ice. It was cold. I brought this as a, there we go.
Oh, I like it.
It is.
It makes me feel cozy, you'll have to...
It was really cozy.
The first film, your character became the king of Atlantis. Where do we pick up his story in this second film?
Well, it's basically a direct, we pick up right where we left off. So he becomes king, he falls in love, he has a baby. And so we're picking it up from there. So we get to juggle between being a king, the responsibilities of that, and raising a child.
A working parent. Nightmare.
A working parent. So it's pretty fun and silly, and him also just wanting to be his wild self. So it's like it's a bit of fun.
Yeah. Now, Jason, as you can see, we've positioned you, what I would like to say, like a safe distance away from this lovely ice sculpture, because the last time you got near one, you had a little bit too much fun, didn't you? What was this about, this? Wallop. Is it a celebration?
It was. I think that might have been a wrap on Justice League. I was very excited. There's a place I go to called the Bull in the China Shop, and they make these beautiful drinks with ice. And yes, you put me the perfect distance away.
Okay, so you're going to leave that one alone.
I
Good.
will.
All right,
Thank
good.
you.
Now, what I like about the new film is your costume. And we hear also that you, how do I put this nicely, that sometimes you do a bit of stealing.
Oh.
So did you take this home?
I am a natural born thief, yes.
Good.
And I have a love-hate relationship with that suit because
Is it tight? Is it restrictive?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Right,
The first
okay.
month you're like, woohoo.
Yeah.
The fifth month you're like, get this off of me, burn it, burn all of them. And they're very challenging because it's 40 pounds minimum on top of my already 260. It's a lot. And then when you fight with it, you're just in a bit of your own.
Yeah, it's quite festive though. We like it.
It is. It looks fantastic.
Nice,
so.
it does.
But they wouldn't let me take that one. I think it's very expensive. So.
Oh. You do. I mean, it's not the only souvenir you've taken, though. I hear, Jason. I mean, but I'm quite on board with this. They're like memories to you, aren't they? Like,
yeah.
Whatever kind of shows or films you've done. What else have you got?
I've got a lot of things. I generally have a lot of body parts.
Stuff from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I got the tongue or the throat.
Oh.
I ripped that out. Yeah. A lot of things from Frontier. Yeah. There's a lot of things from Frontier. There's always like little silly things I like to have these little memories with. So, but yeah.
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 I like that.
Don't get any ideas and start stealing bits of the set. As you said, Aquaman is now a father, and there's some shots of him changing the baby's nappy and all the rest of it. Did that take you back to when your children were little?
Well, I wrote that around my son because he was famous for peeing on everyone except for me. So I thought it was really fun to put in the script where he definitely, right when you're changing the nappy, he pees. I always block it, and then Mara kind of goes, and she kind of gets me. So yeah, I just have little small moments, but definitely, They're teenagers now, so it's been a long time since that's happened.
A long time.
Jason, you touched on this a little bit at the top of the show, and it's around the topic of kind of like Aquaman likes to keep the oceans clean, but actually in your personal life, it's something you're passionate about yourself, and actually nearly something you pursued as a career, wasn't it? Was you going to be? Was it a marine biologist?
Well, I wanted to be a marine biologist, yeah. And
where did that come from? Like, what?
I mean, being Polynesian, you know, going between these two worlds. I was raised in Iowa with my mother, but my father's I was born in Hawaii and raised there, so I'd spend my summers there. But I was just always really connected to it. And yeah, I was a science major, I was a biology major. And then I was in Hawaii trying to get in-state tuition, and then a TV show came and I ended up changing my life. Went the opposite direction. So it's really cool when you get a role like this, and your natural instinct is like being an activist, fighting for the environment, rainforest, all of that, which I just naturally love. And then you have kids looking at you going like, wow, you're Aquaman, you know? But I really get to do the things that I love to do and shine a light on and use my platform to help all different types of things.
Yeah, you can still do it in a sense, can't you? Brilliant.
And you also get you get to like meet the scientists that I probably never would have been able to meet, you know what I mean? Like, so you really get to meet some very interesting people very quickly.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Can't wait to see the film, Jason. Really can't.
Thank you very much.
Well, you can watch Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom in cinemas from next Thursday.
Jason will be staying with us. Now, James, at the heart of this lovely film, there's quite a serious message, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got sort of, I thought, all the ingredients of a Christmas movie. It's led by two young boys who've never acted before, Bamber Todd.
Oh, look, amazing.
Oh, they're class. Bamber Todd and Josh McAleese, wonderful. And they carry the film. Timothy Spall and I just get to kind of like be around them. And it has, you know, it's entertaining, I hope, and funny. But certainly it's about good over evil. Certainly it's about what a lot of people are facing. Like from your very first little segment tonight, you know, for Christmas this year is going to be very difficult, particularly this year. You know, and I think it opens a window into what the cost of living has done to a lot of people. They're two young brothers. They have a single mum who is desperate to give them the Christmas that they cannot afford. The little boy, Sean, played by Josh, is still completely enamoured and in love, and like all of us in a sense with the notion of Christmas. His older brother's a bit cynical and is very against that and anti that. And I hope that it will resonate with people, and I hope it will make people reflect on that it is difficult for quite a lot of people this time of year, and that it is a time that we come together to celebrate the greatest hero of them all, Father Christmas.
Am I right in saying, James, that, you know, being able to play this kind of role has been a bit of like an acting dream for yourself?
Well, it's been great. It's been a departure from all the cops killing people I've done in the last few years.
Yeah, you've had some dark
some heavy roles,
James.
So it was nice to do that again. Yeah, and it's lovely to do a Christmas film, you know, and also to be at home in Northern Ireland, where indeed you spent a bit of time, of course, and I just love being there. They've got great crews there, but also to be in a film which I think the whole family can sit down and watch, you know, and for the two wee boys and all their mates at school, you know, it's going to be incredible for them. They've got a right bit of ribbon, but they were great and they really understood it. And Timothy Spall guiding them was fantastic.
Yeah, oh, he's a brilliant actor, isn't he? We love Timothy Spall. As James just mentioned there, film is set in Northern Ireland, and you've spent tons of time there, Jason, haven't you? Because of Game of Thrones.
I love it. I miss you, Northern Ireland. Yeah, I spent a lot of time there, and...
You were also, do you know something? When you were filming Game of Thrones, I hope you're in a decent trailer, because I now own the company that owns did all the trailers for Game of Thrones.
You
yeah. I think you might get a better trailer now, to tell you the truth, if you were there.
There you go.
No, this is his trailer.
This is my stint around Ireland, because I had a month off and we definitely weren't flying back home, and so me and my buddy just got a cargo van, a panel van, went and got some camping gear, and that's me right outside Donegal.
Oh, fantastic.
But it's the time of my life.
Yeah.
The time of my life. And I just went from just pub to pub, like dueling and dingle, just trying to find the best pint of Guinness.
And did you?
Well, it is, and it's beautiful. I mean, I'll be spending Port Rush on Christmas, you know, and we look out over Donegal, but that whole North Antrim coast where you filmed a lot, I mean, it's heaven. You know, we're very blessed and very lucky.
It is beautiful.
And as I say, hopefully people will realise that the film that I'm in, as much as it's about Christmas, it does open a window into a difficult time for a lot of people, and I hope that they're not forgotten.
Yeah. I mean, the reason Jason had that was it to do with Game of Thrones at that particular time, or?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And this is auditioned for Game of Thrones. Is that right, James?
Yes, I did audition for it. Actually.
I told you, didn't I? I said he's going to have a little bite on this.
Poor Jimmy.
Either on this show I'm called Scottish.
I
or,
know.
I've been reminded
How
that
did you not get
I
it?
don't
Yeah.
think I auditioned for it. I think they were considering me for one of the roles, but
Okay.
they decided to go with someone else.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And
never
next
mind.
time you
Sean
come on,
Bean
just
or
say,
something,
can I
I don't
just
know
have
what it is.
Alex presenting that day? See, I don't give you a rough time. Nigella, we know that you do love a Christmas film. Are you in for this one?
I am.
Christmas
for
Eve?
Sure. Absolutely.
What snacks will you be eating?
Oh, now you're asking. Well, I think if it's Northern Line, there should be wee buns, shouldn't
Correct.
it?
Yeah,
There you
correct.
are.
They're lovely.
Is that
yeah.
correct?
Absolutely perfect. Bit of soda bread, bit of potato
Yeah.
bread,
Amazing.
bit of Guinness.
You know,
Wow. Yeah?
No, got some questions here, for you always. So I want to
Oh,
go
yeah.
to Claire, right? This one's for you, Jason. It says, it's brilliant that you're also one of the writers for the new Aquaman film. Do you have any other writing projects coming up?
Yeah, I'm the creator and one of the co-writers of this. It's my dream project. I'm doing it with Apple. I pitched it during Dune, but it's 1790s Hawaii. So Kamehameha, all the times of when it's the unification of the Hawaiian Islands. It's a 9-part series, and
Wow.
it's directed, produced, act. It's in Hawaiian.
Nice.
It's massive. So that's I wrote.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's a big one next
Well done.
year.
Yeah, come back when that comes out.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we should just say as well, loads of people are saying that they do have cheese with a Christmas
Yeah,
cake.
agreed.
You've won the
Why not?
public over.
not?
You can catch.
You have a very wise audience.
We do. You can catch The Heist Before Christmas, 8 o'clock Christmas Eve on Sky Max, and now on both series of Bloodlands are still available on iPlayer. That's all we've got time for tonight. Thanks so much to our guests.
Yeah, so back tomorrow with Lauren, and we'll be joined by Jamie Dornan and Martin and Gary Kemp. Have a good evening. Good night.
Bye-bye.